This week on 20TV Weekly, students' learning is blossoming at one local garden. Also, one website is integrating the internet with the classroom to help students achieve. But first, we see the importance of helping students fund their higher education. You're watching 20TV from Academy School District 20 in Colorado Springs.
Hello and welcome to 20TV Weekly for May 2nd, 2014. I'm Gracie Singer.
And I'm Stephen Rice. Thanks for joining us today on 20TV.
With college around the corner for some students, scholarships are providing aid to lessen the heavy tuition cost. Around spring, seniors apply for scholarships as prospective college students. Scholarships are awarded to graduating high school students who have demonstrated a readiness for college through essays, performances, or auditions. Scholarship winners are awarded with a sum of money for either a specific school or a college of choice. Types of scholarships vary from musical to academic, all based on performance. Students can apply for as many scholarships as they are willing to do. Lisa Scott, a college counselor at Liberty High School, explains how a student can obtain a scholarship.
Well, there's lots of different types of scholarships out there. The best way to find a scholarship and obtain a scholarship is by working really hard in school. The majority of scholarship offers are for good students.
Scholarship opportunities can be found in any high school counseling office. Applications are always open for submission.
Students throughout the district are collaborating online through an integrated piece of software. Academy Learning Through Education Collaboration, or ALEC, is an online learning program that is used by Academy District 20. It is primarily used to unite the classroom to the online world. ALEC is helping students to prepare for jobs in the future that require online collaboration. Lori Hartman, the Instructional Technology Specialist for District 20, explains the uses of the program in school.
ALEC is a learning management system. It allows teachers to put content online so students can access information from anywhere that they can get on the internet. So if they have some resources they want the students to see, by putting them in that location, even if students are not in school, they can still see the information.
This is an important skill that many students do not receive the chance to learn, making ALEC a cutting-edge program. Mrs. Hartman says that ALEC is a revolutionary program and it will continue to be used throughout the district.
One local District 20 school is giving their students a unique educational opportunity. Let's turn to Stephanie Bennett with more information.
More and more schools throughout the country are creating gardens to help their students learn.
The Da Vinci Academy is creating a garden for the students and community. This garden will contain plants that relate to their social sciences, science, and literature classes.
Taking care of the plants and things that we're going to have in the garden, and seeing how what they're learning inside the school can connect to the real world.
This unique teaching method will create a more hands-on approach and everyone can get involved.
So they'll learn and have real plants that they can touch and smell and taste and things that they can hear. And so that's an important part of learning for kindergarten.
We met with Ms. Fesgen last year about the garden, and since then they have received grants from many donors. The PTO gave $2,000, the District Green Team granted $5,000, and Whole Foods granted $2,000. So far, Da Vinci has planted many trees around the perimeter of the garden.
And the trees seem like they're doing well, but we wanted to have fruit trees so that they could see how fruit grows too, as well as vegetables. And they're also pretty, and it's a nice habitat for birds and other animals in the neighborhood.
Each grade level will have a little garden that surrounds the vegetable garden. The plants in the garden will contain native Colorado plants and plants related to the 5 senses. They hope for the garden to be completed in the next 3 to 5 years.
Pine Creek students are getting creative and making their own short films. The Pine Creek film students have been working on their films for the entire semester. Their hard work will finally be showcased at Pine Creek's 9th annual Film Fest. There are approximately 15 student films entering the Film Fest year, both in the film class and outside of it. Many of the students entering the Film Fest are first-time filmmakers and with videos between 2 and 10 minutes. In the past, prizes for Film Fest have been items such as gift cards to restaurants. Pine Creek's film studies teacher is extremely excited about this year's Film Fest.
Along the whole creative process, I've been giving feedback, but these are ultimately the student creations.
Pine Creek's Film Fest will be on May 12th at Pine Creek High School Auditorium.
We had a cold shot of weather this past week, but will it warm up soon? Coming up next, we take a look at what to expect from the weather this upcoming week.
Plus, 2 Colorado schools rivals face off in boys lacrosse. We'll have the highlights when 20TV Weekly returns.
hands can do incredible things. Now they can even help save a life with hands-only CPR. If you see an adult suddenly collapse, just call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Learn more at handsonlycpr.org.
Welcome back to 20 TV Weekly. Thanks for staying with us.
We've been seeing late season wintry weather. When can we expect it to warm up again? Let's go to 20 TV weather with Tyler Peterson.
Now, we don't normally see snow flurries to close out April. However, that's exactly what we've seen in the last week. But good news for those of you who like warmer weather, we've got some in store for you. But first, looking nationally, we can see most of the country is pretty quiet right now, save for some showers and thunderstorms in the southeast, as well as some light showers across the Great Lakes. However, we aren't seeing any significant precipitation across the western half of the country, especially in Colorado, where we saw some cloud cover early in the day, which has since moved south, leaving us with plenty of sunshine for the days ahead. Taking a look at our almanac, our average high for this time of year is 65 degrees, but we'll be warmer than that over the next few days. We could even be approaching record highs this weekend, but it looks like we'll come up just shy. And we've seen just under an inch of precipitation in the last month. Looking ahead to our 5-day forecast, we can see that the warmth this weekend and into early parts of next week with highs of 80 and 81 on Sunday and Monday. Things start to cool off again to about average on Wednesday with a high of 68. So after a week of cooler temperatures, we'll see warmer weather return across Colorado, and hopefully it's here to stay. Stephen and Gracie.
Thanks, Tyler. Nice to see the temperatures are going to warm up for a bit.
Let's now turn to 20 TV Sports with Daniel Vaughn.
In our final live sports broadcast of the year, two in-city rivals met in a battle for the second place in their conference. Air Academy and Cheyenne Mountain's boys lacrosse team played Wednesday night in one of the more anticipated games of the spring sports season. Cheyenne Mountain jumped off to an early lead on 2 quick goals, but the Cadets would storm back and take the lead of their own. The score eventually tied up at 6 heading into the halftime. In the second half, Air Academy established 2 big leads, but both times the Indians would mount a comeback to tie it up. Eventually, the Cheyenne Mountain scored a game-winning goal, and their defense held off Air Academy with an 11-10 win. The game wrapped up our live broadcast schedule for the school year. 20 TV covered 42 live sporting events this year, more than double what we filmed last year. If you'd like to see any of our archive games or order a DVD or Blu-ray copy of any of our games, you can visit our website at www.asd20.org/20tvsports. That's all for sports. Gracie and Stephen.
Thanks, Daniel. We have more ahead on 20 TV Weekly.
Coming up next, we'll show you what you can expect in next week's show.
Pants. I am folding the pants. The pants are long. Do they go on my head? Do they? Do the pants go on my head? No. They go on.
Everyday moments can become teaching moments because learning starts long before school does. Give your child the start they need at bornlearning.org.
Welcome back to 20 TV Weekly. We're almost out of time for this week's show.
But first, we're going to take a look at some of the stories we're working on for next week.
One local high school is raising money for the theater program with a hilarious routine.
Also, a class that can help you learn what to expect in your future.
Plus much more news, weather, and sports right here on 20 TV Weekly.
That's all the time we have for this week's show.
Thanks for joining us and have a great week.